the circumstance, all the pageantry, it doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jared McKinnon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Jones. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Wide open. It's Allen complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, got to drive a team towards a victory.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Rivers now from the 50. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on third down. To throw is Rivers. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10.
1 Omaha. 13. 180. 180.
Garoppolo on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. 180.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good headed scheme going.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Powerful running, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try to force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Being checked. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Henry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second down, Rivers. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malcolm Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malcolm Smith in there to drop him, and that is 2 sacks for him now here in this first half. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to... Oh, they're on him too quickly back, and oh, that is going to be a safety. And a blocked punt always can be such a momentum swing.
In a big way, because now the spark has been lit. Everyone gets involved with that team. And many times coaches preach, you block a punt, you block a kick, that usually leads to victory.
This is taken at the 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because
now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Fluff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
12.
Rivers on first down. Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Rocket!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers, complete. It's Henry. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Buffalo wall. Keep it skinny. Shoot.
Again, it's Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Rivers. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So we've come upon halftime here in Super Bowl 53. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A first down throw here for Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
White. 0. Keep it skinny. Hey.
On play action, Rivers. Flush to his right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Red.
On the counter, here's Gordon. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
390.
To throw on 2nd down. Rivers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Earl Mitchell able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Hey, Rocket!
On third down, Rivers buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Malcolm Smith in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now he's forced and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he's got it. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. With the first touchdown of Super Bowl 53. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Fights off the defender.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Chargers getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First down, Rivers. 20. Wide open receiver complete. That goes for a gain of 31. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon taking it in. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2.
Ready. 80. Check 3. Left. 48,
Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Rivers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers rolling to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go, here we go. 80!
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it back and down. Again, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
13.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to find Garcon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. They still can't get it. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
11.
Garoppolo again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Pierre Garcon from 3 yards out. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Chargers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Right back to him on first down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Here we go. Hey, hot! Red, red, red! Q. 0. Done.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding.
And now it's blocked. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Swear like she don't got the answers.